What's up, dorks? Welcome back to the Cave of Dorkness. I am your host, Brad Gullickson at MouthDork, and this is episode 9, Marvel Trading Cards. We're going to do something a little bit different. I have been obsessing over the Cartoonist Kayfabe YouTube channel in which artists Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg go through Wizard magazine page by page, issue by issue, and bring a little context to the 90s comic book scene. I love it. I highly recommend it. And in issue number 2, or episode number 2, they talk about the Impel Marvel Trading Card series, and it inspired me to find a box deep in my parents' basement and retrieve this photo album. Don't worry. There are no baseball or trading cards of any sports kind in this album. It's all comic book stuff. And to let you know that's the truth, look what I did here on the side. I have a Cyclops card that Joe Jusko painted from the Marvel Masterworks line from 1992. That's going to be a good indicator of my taste. Cyclops, not a lot of people go to bat for that guy, but Brad did, especially in 1990s. So what you're going to see here is a snapshot of preteen Brad. This is going to be very personal. This is like opening up a journal into young Brad's brain. And so let's do that. Let's open it up to page 1. Boom. This is, I want to say, this is a 1990 line. This is what, 92, 93? Let's take out the card. Cyclops here. Boom. Check out that card. Jim Lee drawing my favorite X-Man. This is 1992. Okay. Oh, gosh. And look at this. This is what I love. So you flip the card over. It's number 17. But number 1 in my heart, that's why it's right there at the top when you turn on the page. Number 17 card, subject Cyclops. It's under the Cerebro scan. You know what that is. That's that fancy little headgear that Professor X puts on to extend his mutant ability and find all the mutants hiding out on planet Earth. And we got real name, Scott Summers, height 6'3", weight 175 pounds, group affiliation, X-Men, Blue Strike Force. That's when there was a blue and gold team, although I guess there was one for a while here recently too. And then, yeah, first appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 1, September 1963. We have his strength chart where you can see, he's really kicking ass in energy projection, mental powers, below average it looks like. Strength, about the same. Fighting ability, stronger than he is smarter. And then his intelligence, way down there. Woo. Extra fact, Cyclops recharges his optic blast by absorbing solar energy. Yes, he does. And so the way I would sort this album back in the day is by favorite characters. So Cyclops was my favorite X-Men, and the X-Men were my favorite, so they start off the book. But you got Cyclops and Jean Grey. Love that. What I find interesting is that Beast is my third favorite X-Men, apparently. I put him over Iceman and Archangel and Wolverine and Gambit, Rogue, and Storm. Fascinating. I would not have remembered that. My memory has Gambit ranking pretty high, but yeah, okay, I guess not. We go from the X-Men to X-Factor, Cyclops' brother, right there, Havoc, Quicksilver, he was bad once, he's good now. Then we have X-Force, Cable, Shatterstar, Siren, oh my gosh, Cannonball, loved Cannonball. Lockheed. And then we've got team cards, all the X teams, the X villains. Who was my top X villain? Of course it was Magneto, but Deadpool, number 2. That character was so lame, or at least I think of him as being lame, but apparently not to young Brad. I believed a lot of what Wizard Magazine told me, and yeah, Wizard Magazine told me that Deadpool was cool, so I thought he was cool. And then we keep flipping. This is not my favorite. What is this, the 93 series? I do not like these cards. I don't like the borders at all. Professor X. What year was this? 1993. Yeah, not my favorite. From Skybox. Not my favorite Marvel trading card. I'm surprised they are there. Probably because they were newer. Flip through this. I don't even want to look at the 93 stuff. I want to get to the good stuff. Oh, here's the Joe Jusko Ultra Flare Marvel X-Men cards. These are gorgeous. I love these. I mean, look at this Sabretooth. He is a maniac. It's just so awesome. It's scary as hell. 1994, Victor Creed, card number 41. But I put him as my number 2 villain because I was way into Wolverine like everybody else on this planet. But not as much as I was on Cyclops. No, keep going. Let's get past this stuff. I want to get to the original card. Oh, man, though. Look at these original X-Men cards from the Ultra Flare series. Especially this Marvel girl. Oh, man, that's beautiful. That's John Romita art. Yeah, right? John Romita. Boom, John Romita Sr. I know my artists. Tossing beast with her mental powers. Get out of here. Stop flirting with me. You know, these cards, what they were to me was a gateway to comics. I could not afford... you know, I couldn't afford back issues. So if I wanted to know who, you know, what's the deal with the Fall of the Mutant storyline, I couldn't necessarily buy every issue of the Fall of the Mutant storyline, but I had this trading card to explain the story to me. It was a crossover or an X-over. You know, facing the adversary, a karmic gamesman, the X-Men championed life alongside the omniversal guardian Roma. Their only hope for victory ironically lay in dying. Their raw life forces ultimately defeated their adversary. Roma rewarded the X-Men sacrifice by granting them renewed life. Yeah, and so like I couldn't buy all the issues that dealt with the Fall of the Mutants, but I could have an idea of what that storyline was by having this card here. And we put him back. I don't know if you noticed, but I tore a little bit of my photo album there. This is fascinating. Okay. This is super 90s. More 90s than Deadpool even. Bikini swimsuit cards. Look at Scott and Jean frolicking in the ocean. Look how sexy they are. Awkward, more like it. Boom. Yeah, super 90s postcards. Spring break for the X-Men. But still, we're not at the original cards. Where are the original cards? Where are the original cards? I don't care about this. Ah, here we go. 1990. These are the cards that were my gateway. Again, Cyclops at the top of my favorite superheroes. Oh, this is cool. All right, so like the other cards, real name Scott Summers, group affiliation X Factor. He had jumped teams at this point. Height 6'3", weight 175 pounds. Battles fought 276. Wins 154. Losses 84. Ties 38. Win percentage 56%. That's failing, Cyclops. How dare you? Arch enemies, Magneto, Apocalypse, Juggernaut, Goblin Queen. Goblin Queen, Madeline Pryor. Ex-wife. Nicknames, Psych, Slim. First appearance, X-Men #1, September 1963. Oh, man. These really do take me back. Yeah, and you know, here's what's interesting about this page. I must not have had a Marvel Girl card, but Beast is my number 2 over here. And then Iceman, Wolverine, Storm, Mohawk Storm, yes. Oh, yeah. And then, you know, from the X-Men, we go to the Spider-Man characters, Venom, Super 90s, the Rogues, Fantastic Four, Cloak and Dagger, gosh. Ugh. Oh, here's a great card. Oh, the Punisher. Check that out. I was way into the Punisher. He was such a total badass. He was hardcore. And just like my love, I would pull these cards out so often, and I would fray them. You know, I really did read these over and over like they were issues of comic books. They gave me an understanding of the Marvel Universe in a way that I couldn't afford to get from the comic books themselves. Man, oh no, it's falling apart. It's frayed. And you'll notice that I could not necessarily afford single sheets for every card, so I double stacked them. That might be blasphemous to some card owners, but not to this guy. Ah, okay, so here is the 1991 series. this is probably my favorite series. And when I think about these characters, these particular images, this Jim Lee Gambit right here, these are the images I think of first before any other appearance in a comic book or what have you. When someone says Gambit to me, oh, they're making a Gambit movie, maybe with Channing Tatum. I go, but does he fit into this pose? Can I see Gambit, or can I see Channing Tatum in this Gambit pose? Nightcrawler in the Danger Room. And, this is still my favorite Marvel Girl costume, her X Factor costume, the red and gold with the X across the chest to mirror, Cyclops' X across the chest. Yeah, this is Eric Larson, Punisher. Again, love the Punisher. Night Thrasher. We're talking 90s. You got to talk about the new Warriors and Night Thrasher. Good stuff. I could go on all day, but we're already breaking the 10-minute mark here. And who knows if you're actually interested in this or not. Oh, man. Look at this Galactus supervillain card. What an awesome, awesome creature. Art Adams. Man, I was reading some new Fantastic Four comics by Art Adams actually this morning before recording this video. I'm a huge fan of his art, and I feel like not enough people talk about him today, but they should. Oh, look, power ratings. Galactus, strength all the way to the top, speed all the way to the top. He's not that agile, and his stamina is low, but durability and intelligence, you don't mess around with Galactus. Did you know the cosmically powered hero known as the Silver Surfer once served as Galactus' herald? I did know that. I did, but did you? I don't know. You're looking at these cards, what I'm surprised by is the fact that I don't own all of them. And now I feel like I must. I need to go back, and especially like the 92 cards, I need to fill out that entire run. And maybe even the 90 cards. Because the 90s, this really does represent the birth of my love affair with comic books. Rookies, the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. Not Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch. All right, so there you have it, guys. Did you enjoy my cuticles? Was this a fun episode? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Follow my other dorks. Brian Young at the Turtle Dork. Darren Smith at the Disco Dork. Billy Das, the Indie Dork. Follow him at WB Das on Twitter. Follow my wife, Lisa Gullickson, at Sidewalk Siren. And, of course, follow me, Brad Gullickson, at MouthDork on all social medias. There you have it, folks. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.